Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time to support and encourage me. I am so excited to share with you one of my strategies that I put into practice when I was in the corporate world, but am still using today. How does that saying go? It's time tested and proven. Have you ever marveled at the patience and care it takes to cultivate a beautiful garden? Now, what if we applied that same dedication to cultivating our inner selves? Just like a farmer growing a garden, it takes an entire season to reap a harvest. Have you ever tried to garden? It is not easy. For me, it's not easy to even keep a plant alive. I admire those that are able to plant seeds, grow them, harvest them, and then cook them and enjoy the meal. It must be an amazing feeling to cook and enjoy a meal from the food you planted in the ground. I believe it is a miracle. Just like growing a garden, it takes time to personally be effective and productive. Give yourself time. I like to use a strategy that I call the 3 W's: watching, weeding, and watering. Watching. When you are growing a garden, you must walk the garden daily to see what is happening and watch for those areas that may cause problems. See, there is a time for self-evaluation, just like watching a garden. I like to evaluate my daily walk to see what is working and what is not working. I ask myself the questions: am I growing? What am I learning? Have I put into practice what I am learning? What areas are causing me pain? These are questions that I ask of myself. I keep watching to see my growth. My morning devotion has been an easy habit for me to consistently practice daily. I use this time to evaluate where I am and what I am accomplishing. You might want to use time in the evening before you go to bed as you wrap up your day to take a look at what you accomplished and what you would like to accomplish. Regardless of when the time is, I know it has been vital for me to keep watch. Weeding. Weeds in the garden suck the growth from the plants around it. It is vital to clean out the small things that will choke my production and effectiveness. It is easier to deal with issues when they are small instead of when they grow into big issues. If the weeds keep growing, then one day you may not be able to distinguish between the weeds and the good seed. The harvest may be delayed, or the potential of what it could have been may be decreased. You might be asking, well, what is a weed? I know one weed that many folks deal with is clutter. I know for me, I cannot be at peace when I'm surrounded by clutter. Clutter is one of those things that if it is not taken care of, then it will grow. Have you noticed that? You don't put one thing away and then eventually it's surrounded by many other things. That is something that is external. But let's talk about an internal weed. It could be that one bad feeling you have towards someone that you will not let go. A feeling you hide and you let it grow into bitterness. People are not perfect, and sometimes they say things that hurt us. Sometimes it is innocent, and sometimes it is purposeful. When we harbor those feelings and keep them close to our heart, then it will affect other things around us. That weed will grow into bitterness, anger, and eventually it can take your joy and happiness. You may even let it affect the good relationships with others. It will grow like a cancer. Weed it out. Let it go. Focus on the good things. It is not easy to weed, but it is necessary. Watering. Plants need water, sunshine, and fertilizer. Take the time and discipline to learn and implement daily what you are learning so that you can get nourishment. I must be fed to stay healthy. Give yourself what you need to grow. True growth is indeed a process that requires time, care, and attention. Self-care isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity for personal development. By taking the time to nurture ourselves through education, wellness, and reflection, we can ensure that we're in the best position to thrive and help others do the same. Watering is fun. Spend time in personal development. Learning something new is a great way to stay fresh. Spend time enjoying life. I like to laugh at least once a day. Laughter can replace areas of bitterness and resentment. Serving others is also a good way to water our inner garden. Giving of ourselves will reap a harvest of good fruit in our lives. Take the time to water. I hope this gives you a few tips to help you in your journey of personal growth. I know the 3 W's have helped me. Just remember to watch, weed, and water the garden within you so you may reach your full potential. Prepare for the harvest. You are growing a garden that will give so much value to the world around you. As we tend to our gardens, let us not forget that the deepest roots and the most incredible blooms take time and care. Let's commit to daily nurturing of our inner gardens. Start today by choosing 1 weed to pull and 1 seed to water in your life. Join me in the garden of growth. Let's nurture our souls, share our triumphs, and cultivate a community of care and support.